Hey NeXGen fam, it's your girl Tony back again, and today we're talking about getting street smart with your investments. Not the Wall Street type. I'm talking real talk, real strategies, real results, especially for us young investors trying to make that bag work smarter, not harder.
So of course, everyone thinks it's about having a lot of money before you invest, right?
Nope, it's about making those intentional moves that will make your money, no matter how small it is, work for you.
This week's topics, we're looking at street smart investing, how to make your money work for you. Guess what folks? NeXGen MoneyWise starts now.
Now we know the topic of investing can be a tad bit daunting for some of us, but just stay with us for a few more minutes and we will have you investing like a pro in no time.
Indeed, Tony. And you know we had to pull out all the stops for this one and ask our very own wealth manager at Cumax Wealth Management, the man himself, Miguel Lewis. Welcome, Miguel.
Thank you for having me.
All right, break it down for us. What is street smart investing?
It's street smart investing. You know, in Jamaica, we like to say, boy, people need to be street smart. It really means knowing how to navigate the streets. It means going beyond book knowledge. So when you talk about investment, you're talking about strategies that you can use that takes you beyond the knowledge that is in the book. You know, investing in things that you know, businesses that you understand. Yeah, using local information. You know that tourism plays a very big role in our GDP, you know, income as a country. So businesses that are aligned to tourism, good strategy. So it's about looking at the local economy, looking at what goes on in Jamaica and making your investment decisions, putting them in line with those things.
And I know this is something we see pretty often, but young people tend to think they need a lot of money to start investing. How would you respond to that?
You know the thing is, one cocoa full basket.
Which is right.
Never say 10 or 100. So really and truly, you can start with a small amount of money, adjust your budget, take out a little piece, put it in the basket, and over time that basket will grow.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that you touch on that. So let's talk basic. What are some investment options someone could explore with as little as, let's say, 100,000
or even $10,000
or even $10,000.
Yeah.
Well, you know, at Cumax we're about making more possible, and we're talking about the democratization of wealth, giving access to each and every Jamaican. Investing a small amount of money, you can look at the stock market. There are stocks on the market that are trading for less than $1. You know, there are stocks that you do, companies that you do business with. You can own a piece of Grace Kennedy, you can own a piece of Trans Jamaica for less than $4 per share. There are not many other things that you can do with that kind of money. You can also look at unit trust or collective investment schemes. For the most part, you can get into these investments with small amounts as well. But definitely, as an entry point, the stock market probably offers the lowest entry point of any type of investment.
Okay. And say I am sold and I'm ready to start investing. How can Cumax help me?
Well, you know it is. We are in the business of making more possible. So, you know, once we sit down and we have that discussion, we want to understand your goals. We want to see where you are. We want to understand where you're looking to go. And then we will create a strategy to take you there. You know, at Cumax, we have a suite of products that covers the gamut from A to Z in the investment landscape. So whether it is that you want a managed portfolio where we take out all the guesswork out of the process for you, we can assist you with that. If you want to be integrally involved in the process, where you have hands-on approach and you are involved in the day-to-day selection of the various aspects of your portfolio, we can do a brokerage account for you. So we can give you access to US dollar, Jamaican dollar, Canadian dollar investments.
Right. All right, so say I'm new to it all, right? And I'm ready to start investing. What are some common mistakes you see people make, and how would you advise against that?
Well, I think some of the mistakes that people make, one of the main ones is that you do not set goals for yourself, right? And you just run in because other people are doing it. And if you run in too fast, you're going to run out quickly. And then you would have denied yourself of some of the potential gains that you could make, right? So one of the things is always you want to have a plan. So you don't want to go in without having a plan. That's the first thing. The other thing is that another mistake that people make is that they do not diversify the portfolios. So they put all the money in one thing, and you know what it is. There's always some amount of risk associated. If there's something negative impacts that one thing, then you can be wiped out in your experience. So those are two of the common mistakes that persons make.
Okay, and I think you just touched on our next question, which was about diversifying your portfolio and how important it is. So we can gather it's super important.
It is definitely important. I mean, it's one of the single things that you can do to mitigate against risk on your portfolio. So when we're talking about spreading risk, you know, imagine a situation in which you have $100 and you lend all of that money to one person. If anything happens to that person, you lose all your money. But if you lend that $100 to 10 different people, chances of you losing all of it goes down drastically. So it's the same thing. If you're investing in stocks and you have some stocks in the manufacturing sector, something in transportation, something in financial, then chances are there is something positive happening on your portfolio at all times, you know, and the chances of loss will go down dramatically.
So don't put your eggs in one basket.
Exactly what we're saying.
Exactly.
Awesome. And again, you're from Cumax, so we just need to know what tools or financial products does Cumax offer to help beginners start investing smartly?
Well, of course, you know, we like to take it from a conversation perspective, but just to highlight a few, Cumax is the only brokerage firm in Jamaica that gives you access to the Canadian stock market, offering you a level of diversification that you can get nowhere else in the Jamaican landscape.
Just a minute, just break that down for our viewers. What do you mean? You said only brokerage that can, just break it down.
What I mean is that there is no other investment company in Jamaica that you can walk into and open an account that is linked to the Jamaica Stock Exchange, and you're able to use that account to buy shares in companies on the Canadian stock market. You invest in Canadian dollars, you can invest in gold companies, you can invest in oil companies, you can invest in transportation companies. Nowhere else in Jamaica gives you that level of access and at that very low and cheap entry price.
And that's a big deal.
It is
that's a big deal.
Excellent deal.
And that's open to
every investor.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You need to go and sign up right now.
So I guess we need to come down because you gave us a lot of tips. But we want to know what's one street smart money habit you think every Jamaican should adopt?
Young Jamaican, yeah.
Well, you know, one thing that you need to do is to be consistent. So after you have created your plan and you start on the journey, just be consistent. If you're investing weekly, invest weekly. If you're doing it monthly, do it monthly. So do not worry about not having a lot of money. Just put it away consistently every month, same time. Take that money out before you take out JPS and everybody else's money. Put it in investment because you're paying yourself first. And that will take care of you in the long term.
So can I do that like a standing order?
Well, we can put mechanisms in place to assist you with that because, of course, you know, automation is very good in helping you to keep a track of your goals.
Of course.
Awesome. That was very insightful. A big thanks to Miguel Lewis and the team at Cumax for dropping some serious gems today.
Remember, street smarts plus money smarts equal generational wealth. Start where you are, but start smart.
That's right. And to get you started, here is our money tip for this week, powered by Cumax Wealth Management. Start now. Start small. Time in the market beats time in the market. Even $1,000 invested today matters more than $5,000 5 years from now.
And that's where we leave it for today, MoneyWise fam.
Yes, ensure you hit that follow button at Credit Unions JA. But not just follow us, share the wealth of knowledge with someone else.
See you next time for NeXGen MoneyWise.